All right. So, the zone boxing card. Man, that bad boy was lit last night. I tell you, I enjoyed that boxing card way more than I did the past few top rank cards on. Now, I'm not, comparing, promotional companies with each other, but I'm just being real with you here. I mean, that whole entire card last night on the zone was lit. I mean, it didn't even seem dead. I mean, you wasn't even paying attention if there was a crowd there or not, okay? I mean, just the action itself just kept you glued to the tube, all right? I mean, what a great fight. And we had two women box, well, just one women's fight on there. Sanisa Estrada, if I'm saying her name right, sorry if I'm butchering your name. She KOs Miranda Adkins, one of the fastest KOs in women's boxing. Now, I understand that, Miranda Adkins, she's only been fighting for like 3 years and everything. She only had 5 fights. And Estrada, she's a pro. I mean, a way, bigger amateur background, but man, that was still exciting though. But my hats go off to Miranda. She was doing it for her mother who had passed away of cancer some years ago. And that's how she also got into boxing, to help her cope with the loss of her mother and everything. So a very sweet young lady. And the way Estrada, the way she, confronted Miranda after the fight, approached her and everything, told her she was a very good person and everything. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It was just a very good fight card last night. Now, when we got down to my man's Vergil Ortiz, all right, I don't mean to say like that, because there was a fight before him, which was Shane Mosley Jr., okay? That fight was pretty good, what I mean? But I was just so focused to see what this dude here, Vergil Ortiz, was going to do against Samuel Vargas, what I mean? So, I mean, look, that's what I really watched it for, I mean, I love boxing, but I just wanted to see how he will look against some, stepped up competition. You might as well say Samuel Vargas is a step up to, compared to the like other opponents Vergil Ortiz had faced. Now, I'm thinking that Vergil Ortiz is going to blow Samuel Vargas out, probably knock him out 2 or 3 rounds. I'm saying mostly 3 rounds. I was thinking this fight would go. But Samuel Vargas came in there with some moves. He was sliding with Vergil Ortiz punches, his right hand. Now, look, don't get me wrong here. That the right hand was landing, but it just wasn't landing flush. And that was because the way Samuel Vargas will move with the punch and everything. Now, in the first round, it was a jab contest. My man's Vergil Ortiz, I mean, look, he's a gym rat, and look, it's paying off, okay? I mean, you can see it in his performance, right? He went out there using that jab. He's becoming, a pretty good boxer, all right? However, as the fight continued and everything, I seen Vargas like he was getting kind of, frustrated and whatnot. He just wanted this fight to be over with. And that's when he started dropping those bombs, started dropping those right hands. And that was like later on in the fight and everything. But Samuel Vargas was not going nowhere. I'm like, damn, this dude is tough as nails. But then again, like I said, he was moving along with the punches, all right? I mean, as I understand, he got stopped by Earl Spence in just 4 rounds. That was a TKO. And then he got a TKO by Danny Garcia in the 7th round, all right? Now with Vargas, he got KO'd in round 7. But the thing was, the way like Vargas looked like he was trying to rush just to get him up out of there. You know what I mean? It's like Vargas, he never been, I mean Ortiz, I keep calling him Ortiz, I'm sorry. Ortiz, he was just trying to rush to get, Vargas up out of there, okay? It was like he's never been past 6 rounds before, all right? And from the way it looks, he was trying to keep it that way, right? But the fight ended up going past 6 into the 7th, and that's when he got the stoppage and everything. But look, hey, this step-up fight, he learned a lot about himself. There's some things he's going to have to work on, still, and everything, I mean, he's getting there with being complete. He's going to have to learn how to work with movers, how to time them very well and everything. Everything, patience is what he's going to have to learn, okay? Because last night, like I said, going into the later rounds, you could see the frustration on Vergil Ortiz. And when they stopped the fight, oh man, you see him take that breath. He was just happy. You know what I mean? It was over. Okay. Now, what's next for the young man? Now, he did mention, Earl Spence, Terrence Bud Crawford, and everything, but I don't think like the Earl Spence fight's going to happen no time soon. I swear, I hope it don't. Not really, not yet. I mean, it's because my man's Vergil Ortiz, he's not ready for it yet. And I'm not saying the fight won't happen. I mean, the fight could happen sometimes next year, maybe 2021. Like I said, with the Terrence Crawford fight, I mean, that fight can happen sometimes next year or so. But for now, it looks like he's going to have, fights with, Maurice Hooker, some of the top ranked dudes, just to keep him busy, all right, until, he's ready, to face guys like, an Earl Spence and a, Terrence Bud Crawford and whatnot. He could face Danny Garcia, but that's Earl Spence's next opponent and everything. So anyways, that's my take on this. What a great night of boxing from the Zone. This is CMD Boxing Reports, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.